Well, hey, how y'all doing? I just wanted to pop on to my live and, just uh, just record some things because I haven't talked to you out there in my YouTube space in a long time. I made a couple of videos, but I haven't uploaded them. And I just came home from a nice banquet for a friend of mine's father who is a pastor. And I decided, when I get home, I just wanted to kind of sit on the side of the bed before I got ready to put on my, nightgown and just kind of unpack my day. And I think I just want to talk about the, I would say, some of the things that happen or that we notice as we get older. I had promised somebody a couple of days ago that I would come and help them set up for the banquet. My friend today, as I said earlier, that I just went to the banquet today. It was really nice. They really showed the pastor how much they appreciated him for all his hard work. They gave him a beautiful banquet. But I want to say that I had to laugh at my own self because I had promised my friend, I think it was on Monday, that I would come out and help them get some things together as far as like the decorating, and there was some balloon things that had to be done, right? Somebody had to blow up some balloons and put it on an arch. But for me, I wasn't really sure on how to do that. However, I was willing to help in any capacity that I could have. Therefore, I told her that I would be there on Friday. I actually didn't tell her I would be there on Friday, but I think the way that my schedule went is that I was looking forward to coming out on Friday night to help. And considering it's about I think maybe about almost an hour ride there, I had decided, Friday would have been a better day because they started the decorating on Thursday, but there was no way that I could make it on Thursday. So I figured, let me go on that Friday. Well, when I got in from substitute teaching, because I do 1,001 things, and one of the things that I do in this season is I substitute teach sometimes, and I was exhausted. So when I got home, I decided, hey, I'm going to grab me something to eat real quick, and the next thing I know, I was sitting on the couch. And then I decided, you know what, I am exhausted. Let me go ahead on and get in the bed. I came in my room, and I went to bed. And when I got up this morning, I proceeded to go take a shower. And now while I'm in the shower, I realized, oh my God, no one called me. I totally forgot about my commitment to come out. But nevertheless, I was able to go today to celebrate. But the part that I really want to pull out from the story is when you become more seasoned, it's amazing how you have to write stuff down, because if you don't, you will forget. Well, I know for me, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about myself. When you get older, for some reason, you just start to not be as sharp memorizing things or remembering things you're supposed to do. That's a good reason why I always take things down on my phone. I either put it in my notepad, or they call it like a little notepad on your iPhone, or either I'll write it down, or I will put it in my calendar and then have like an alert go off. But I had none of those things in place. And when I tell you, today I was almost like the little boy in Home Alone when he discovered that he was home alone and he was looking in the mirror. He just started yelling, ah! And when I was in the shower and I got this revelation, oh my God, I didn't keep my commitment. I was totally like, oh my God, I was floored, because I felt like I usually try to keep my commitments, but that lets me know that I was doing too much. I was tired, and hey, things happen. But that's a part of getting a little bit older, and things don't always turn out the way you want it to. And I have to laugh at myself because I don't know how many times I come into my bedroom and I say to myself, oh, I was looking for something. When I get in here, I'm like turned around like, what was I in here for? And I think that I created a TikTok talking about all the different faces of a person that goes through menopause and how they have the hot flashes. And then sometimes they don't remember stuff. And you have to laugh because it's just a part of life. It's a part of getting older. And I'm grateful because of having that opportunity to get older. You can just laugh at yourself. And my goodness, I laugh at myself all the time. And I just wanted to kind of just touch bases with everyone to let y'all know I'm still alive. I'm still out here creating things, creating content, talking about relationships. If I'm not talking about relationships, I'm talking about trauma. I'm talking about all kind of things because someone pointed out something really key for me. Actually, it was my cousin. Because I was telling her, I said, it amazes me that some content creators, they can focus on one particular, I would say, topic. And they would just stick with that topic, whether they are a content creator that does a lot of things based around lifestyle, showing you all different types of areas of their life, going on vacation, or at work, relationships, all that stuff. And then you have some people who are very specific. Like I follow this guy, I don't know exactly his name, but he does a lot with photography. So he teaches you how to work like all of the photography things that he has, like different type of cameras that he purchases and how to work them as it relates to blurring out the back or doing all these nice things and telling you about lighting. And he strictly sticks to that. And he's been doing that for so many years. And over years, he's, of course, built a major following. But for me, it is kind of, I would say, difficult for me to stay on one topic because I'm kind of diverse in a lot of things, if that makes sense. Because I've lived through some chaotic situations, and I've been able to pour into other people and counsel other people and consult, have consultations with people about different things, because in different, I would say, facets of my life, I had to learn about various kind of situations in order to, build myself up or get out of what I was into. Some people just stick to one thing, but for me, I think my content will always be just diverse. And if people can follow my journey, I think it will be a good thing. Because sometimes some people don't like just doing one thing. It becomes very boring. It becomes complacent. And for me, that has been sometimes a question that I've had moving forward with creating a lot of content, because I don't want to always be like a one-trick pony. And it's not like trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's just how I am. I can talk about lots of things. And, since I went out today and I came home, I just said, let me just take this opportunity to just say hey to everybody. I hope that all is going well with a lot of you out there. And I know, just like for myself, there have been probably some turns, some highs and lows, and different things that you probably have dealt with since the last time I created a video. And some people are very consistent, and I commend them for being consistent with their videos. Whereas with me, I know I've been kind of all over the place because I'm always doing something. And I think a couple of months ago, my son and I had started out on this new adventure. We were creating food. We were, cooking, and he wanted to kind of like, I would say, just have, I would say, a launching of a new business, and he wanted to cook. So we were doing a little something with that, and had to pivot because he had got blessed with a really good opportunity. Therefore, we weren't able to follow through, just cooking daily. So we decided to just do some catering. And therefore, again, there's another pivot because there's always something going on. But I would like to build my YouTube channel up because I know that it's just not me. A lot of women who are 50 plus have gone through, and is going through, many changes, good and bad. And Everyone is not that open to share. And people are intrigued with those who have the courage or the ability to allow people into their space to kind of just talk about things that you can identify with. And I recall someone saying to me that just keep creating, just keep creating content, keep creating videos, because there are some people out there, there are those that can identify, and it could give them, you know, some answers to some of the things that they have gone through. Therefore, I know that it is it's worth the time to do that. Because I've always been an encourager, if that makes sense. I've always been that type of person that likes to encourage others to be the best that they could be. In this day and time, there's so many, there's a lot going on. And we all want to and we need to be encouraged through some of the chaos, the clutter, the division, some of the despair, the disappointments that we all go through. And therefore, you know, I just like to get on here and make people laugh sometimes, because I have to laugh at myself for the things that I go through. And then sometimes I'm in a place where things can be so devastating that I don't want to share it. But for the most part, I would like to create a platform for women that can identify with the changes in being over 50 and, you know, just doing things from a single point of view. If you're solo, people who are 50 and are married are still going through things. It doesn't change what you go through as an individual because of your social status or your marital status. It doesn't change the fact that when you're 50 plus, you're going to go through some things. Like the other week, for some reason, I know I'm kind of clumsy. I ended up at the ER because I had going into the kitchen for a bowl of soup in the middle of the night, kind of ran into the table or on the couch. I kind of hit my foot on one of the legs of the chair. And I ended up going to the ER a couple of days later. And that's a lot of things that people, when they get older, they continuously have to go to the emergency or the doctors because stuff is going on. And I am finding myself in that era right now, because this is not the first time that I've had a run-in with the same foot, having to go to the doctors. And the last time I had a boot on it, and this time I had like the small boot just for a little bit, and it's still sore. But nevertheless, I'm getting through that too. But I just figured before I took off my clothes, like I said, just to touch bases with you all and to, you know, hope that all is well with you. And I know that life takes a lot of turns. And sometimes you just want to know, like, is it just me? Am I going through this by myself? But no, you're not. When I got home tonight, the beauty of it all and being single is that making decisions for yourself and not having to consult with anyone else about things that you want to do. Nevertheless, I do have my 2 sons, because I have 2 grown sons that pretty much are there for me in the sense of they always make sure that I'm good. They'll check in with me and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. Being single is not always a bad thing. I think that when you've been in a relationship for a long time and when you finally break free from it for whatever reason, it's truly that time for you to just spend getting to know yourself. And that's where I'm at right now. Because last year, maybe a lot of you don't know that, but I'm telling it now that, you know, I did have a friend in my life, but things did not work out the way I wanted it to. And I kind of disassociated myself with it. And I find that when you disassociate yourself from things, you can get more clarity on what you really want in life. And I'll say this, and I'll conclude with this and shut this down and go to bed, is that I'd rather be in a place of peace and be single than to be in or try to connect with someone and it's a lot of stress. I can't speak for anybody else, but I will say for myself that I'm finding out that stress for me is not good. And I'll tell you what I mean. Stress for me makes me feel like I'm overloaded with things that is out of my control. And I understand that I have to, and you have to teach people how to treat you by your response to things. So because of that, I chose me. I chose my peace over anything else. Because I don't know about you, especially for single women, that nowadays, and it sounds so cliche, and it's sad that it's like this, and it's not for everyone, because you don't want to put people all in the same category. But for me, what I have discovered just this little bit of time is that for me, things are not as smooth sailing trying to connect with other people, you know, in a relationship, and to allow God to choose for me is where I'm at. And if it never happens as far as a committed relationship or marriage, either way, I still choose peace, because I know that relationships are challenging. But for right now, I choose my peace. I sleep better knowing that I haven't allowed anybody in my space to taint my peace or disturb my peace. So I choose peace, and it feels good to go out and come back home and not have to feel as though, or any hesitation to enter your own home or enter a home where you share together. So I'm happy about that. So I wanted to let you all know that I do miss as I used to do, kind of like a weekly or every other week, I would just kind of post stuff talking about everything under the sun, starting over, because it's a continuous thing. But I like my peace, and that's where I'm at right now in this season. So I think, you know, a lot of times people like to title their YouTube lives or their YouTube, uploads. I would say, I'm trying to think of what I would even call this, but I think it's just a conversation about, you know, where I'm at, an update. And yeah, enjoying life and protecting my peace. That's what I could call it. All right, well, y'all enjoy y'all evening, your day, your morning, however, whenever someone watches the video, and enjoy your day, and protect your peace. If I had to leave you with anything, that's exactly what I would say. All right, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, you know, people always say it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more content, conversation. Getting older is not a bad thing, but I believe in each one teach one, because as you do that, we learn from one another. All right, now, y'all have a good time, have a good day, and as Tabitha Brown always said, if you can't have a good day, don't go messing up nobody else's day.